Today, I'm going to show you the most powerfully underused feature on Instagram. I call it a hidden feature because everyone knows about it, but nobody's really using it appropriately. Take a look at my Instagram page that you see here on your screen right now. Notice how the professional dashboard. Okay, this is a really important thing to be looking at. Is 1.9 million views in the last 30 days. That is down. It was 2.2 million views. I'm okay with 2 million views a month. By the way, we were getting 4 million a few months ago. I had a couple of pieces really take off. But keeping your views up on Instagram is huge. And it's hard to do that with just Reels alone. Why am I sharing that with you? Because your stories, every story slide, okay, I call them slide. Every one of those counts as a video, kind of, right? And it's like every one of those gets views. So if you get 10,000 views on your first story, and then, 9,000 on your next one, and then 8,000, and then 7,000, and then 6,000, that's like 10,000, and then plus 9,000, 19,000, plus 8 is like 27,000, right? Plus 5 is like 32,000. Like you're adding collectively all of those views onto your Instagram analytics, which allow you then to, grow as a creator, sure, grow your account, but also leverage brand deals, sponsorships, and other, performance-based objectives that you might be trying to achieve. If you get your views up, charge more for your stories. So you need to get good at stories, and it should not just be like, here's what I did today. Like, here's a story, I'm me at the gym. Like, if you could be a little bit more strategic, then you'll do really well. So let me just show you, first of all, what I want you to do is go into your archive. So I'm going to click on archive. I want to show you that you can go back to all of your stories, okay? And everywhere there's a calendar date, okay, is like you posted one story. So I posted on the 12th, and I posted on the 16th, and on the 17th, I posted twice. You see that I posted 2 stories, okay? So I think you should be posting on your stories, pretty much every day. But I would rather post a couple stories a week that do extremely well rather than post a story every day that nobody cares about. Like me in the backyard, we're putting a pool in. Nobody cares. Okay, let me show you what a viral story looks like. Your stories should be like 7 to 10 slides. The first and second slide are the most important. The last 2 slides are like jokes, or like when the credits at a movie run, and then there's like B-roll still, or there's like outtakes. And then in the middle, you got to have an engagement factor. You got to have something that lets them tap or ask a question, touch something, right? You got to have that. And I have a guide that will show you my top performing stories. And I think you should probably just get it. So this is my ultimate guide to stories. What I did is I went through my archive on Instagram and on Facebook, and I went back and looked at my top performing stories. And I wrote down, so I copied the slide and I copied how many views it got. So you guys can kind of use that. I've never given this away. This is the first time I've ever doing it. And you'll see how I do stories. Like, these are obviously from a different time in my life, but all of these, this, and this, all taken at different events. So it's like what we're doing with our stories is like you're kind of like posting garbage every day because someone told you to. Your stories are not going to perform well if you're just posting what you're doing when you're doing it. Instead, I want you to go be present at the thing you're doing. Go be present at the family picnic. Go be present at your Costa Rica trip or your Istanbul trip, right? Go be present at the conference and take pictures, take selfies, do quick videos, etc., etc. But craft the story tomorrow. You can also use the power of your iPhone to just go search for events and then post a story from those events. And here's a conference I went to, is the Modern Church Leader Conference. And I could post it as if it was happening. I could be like, I could do a picture like this, first picture. Because remember, you want your first picture to be a banger. right? So I could post this picture, like zoom in maybe and be like at the MCL conference and it's crushing ... right? Next page in the story. I'm doing an interview with dude here, blah, 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 blah. We're having a good time. Then maybe my next image is, I'm on stage, like, and again, I'll zoom in. It's like, I'm also on stage doing some cool stuff, right? My point is, go through your photos. Like, it doesn't have to be what's happening right now today. Your stories can be, any sort of combination. In fact, let me show you guys where I think you should get this. Go get my guide and like copy my best stories. Okay. This one is from my trip to Istanbul. Your opening photo needs to be super powerful. Try opening with a question. And then your second photo needs to be equally powerful. Okay. Big rules there. You need to get them bought in. Then you're continuing to like tell the story arc. Notice this is all about my hair transplant. It's not like went to hair transplant, grabbed a soda, now at the hotel. Like, you're jumping around and it's like big deal. Your stories should not be your calendar items. Your stories should not be a visual representation of your daily agenda. It should be a freaking story. Okay, now here's what I've also done here. I'm giving to you guys. I've never given this away, by the way. I struggle giving this to clients. Here is more on my journey and like why I did this. So this is like why I did the hair thing. This is a question answer format. Okay, and you can see here that like I'm asking for questions on day one, and then day two, their answers come in and I answer all of them, right? This is another great way to do stories. Here's a story that I made entirely out of text, no images. So go get those things so that you can make your stories better. And let me show you what a viral reel looks like. So I'm going to go into my Instagram archives and I'm just going to show you guys some stuff, right? So yesterday's reel got 2,000 views. That's kind of low for me. It didn't do too well. Now, here's one thing that did work for me. Okay. And I'm going to end the video here. Red light therapy. So we partnered with EMR Tech to do some stuff with red light. This is a brand deal. And I posted one slide, 14,993 views. This is a viral story. So this is why you should be shooting for viral stories, okay? This one blended two things, red light and a testimonial. 18,167 views. Great example of a viral reel. Strong place to end this. Because I didn't tag anybody. This was not a brand deal. This was simply what I'm trying to teach you today. When you do something that goes viral, you do it again to duplicate it again. I added 18,167 views to my overall channel performance because of stories. You need to be utilizing stories, making better stories. And I've given you a ton of tools to do this. So look in the description box for the link to my guide on stories. We have a whole series that we made on YouTube about Instagram and how me and Ryan, who's not here today, but Ryan and I are just crushing Instagram. We're getting millions of views. We're getting hundreds of thousands of followers. And we want to share with you what's working for us right now so you can take advantage of it right now. Watch that series. Subscribe to the channel. I'm Owen Video. See you soon.